Arabic Grammar, Maryam Ihti'aalun and team. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Lesson number 39. Group Ifti'aalun. Bab Ifti'aalun. Today we will learn about the group Ifti'aalun. Bab Ifti'aalun from the groups of Thulathi Mazid Fi. This is the sixth group among the groups of Thulathi Mazid Fi. The first extract for past tense in this group is Ifti'ala. And for the present tense mudare, fel mudare, it is Yafta'ilu. The group marker for this group is that before the root words fa, ain, lam, letter alif maksura, that is alif with kasra comes and the letter ta comes after letter fa. This is how this group is constructed. The past tense for this group has silent fa and has fatha on ain kalima. In present tense, the sign of mudari, that is ya, has fatha. Extra ta zaida, has a fatha and letter ain has kasra. The masdar for this group is on the scale of Ifti'aalun. If root words are fa, ain, lam, then the basic scale for group Ifti'aalun would be. Basic scales for group Ifti'aalun are as under. Past tense maadi, ifta'ala, mudari, yafta'ilu, and the masdar is ifti'alan. Istabaqa, yastabiqu, istibaqan. Ijtahada, yajtahidu, ijtihadan. Ihtasaba, yahtasibu, ihtisaban. For group Ifti'aalun, the basic scale for past tense is ifta'ala. The past tense conjugation is third person masculine singular ifta'ala, third person masculine dual ifta'ala, and third person masculine plural is ifta'alu. Third person feminine singular is ifta'alat, the dual is ifta'alata, and the plural is ifta'alna. Second person masculine singular is ifta'alta, dual is ifta'altuma, and the plural is ifta'altum. The second person feminine singular is ifta'alti, dual is ifta'altuma, and plural is ifta'altunna. And the first person masculine or feminine singular is ifta'altu, and dual and plural is ifta'alna. For group Ifti'al, the basic scale for the simple present tense is Yafta'ilu. Third person masculine singular is Yafta'ilu, dual is Yafta'ilani, and plural is Yafta'iluna. Third person feminine singular is Tafta'ilu, dual Tafta'ilani, and plural Yafta'ilna. Second person masculine singular is Tafta'ilun, dual is Tafta'ilani, and plural is Tafta'iluna. Second person feminine single is Tafta'ilina, dual is Tafta'ilani, and plural is Tafta'ilna. The first person feminine and masculine singular is Afta'ilu, and the plural or dual is Nafta'ilu. For group Ifti'al, the basic scale for past passive tense is Ufta'ilu. Past passive tense conjugation. Third person masculine singular is Ufta'ilu or Ufta'ila. Dual is Ufta'ila and plural is Ufta'ilu. Third person feminine is Ufta'ilat. Dual is Ufta'ilata and plural is Uftu'ilna. Second person masculine is Uftu'ilta. Dual is Uftu'iltuma and the plural is Uftu'iltum. The second person feminine singular is Uftu'ilti. The dual is Uftu'iltuma and the plural is Uftu'iltunna. The first person masculine or feminine singular, it is Uftu'iltu, and the dual and plural is Uftu'ilna. For group ifta'ala. The basic scale for present passive tense is yufta'alu. Third person masculine singular yufta'alu, dual yufta'alani, and plural yufta'aluna. Third person feminine singular tufta'alu, dual tufta'alani, and plural yufta'alna. Second person masculine singular is tufta'alu, dual is tufta'alani, and plural is tufta'aluna. Second person feminine singular is tufta'alina, dual tufta'alani, and plural tufta'alna. First person masculine and feminine singular is ufta'alu, and plural and dual is nufta'alu. The imperative verb. Methods to make the imperative verb. Remove the sign of present tense from the present tense of second person masculine, that is from ifta'ala, that is madi, and the mudari of it is yafta'ilu. Okay, the second person masculine will be tafta'ilu, mudari mukhatib. So removing the sign of present tense, that is ta, from tafta'ilu, it becomes ifta'ilu. Then making the last letter silent, it becomes ifta'il. Ifta'ala, yafta'ilu, tafta'ilu, ifta'ilu, and ifta'il. The same way we can make for the words ijtama'a, ijtahada, ihtasaba. Ijtama'a, yajtami'u, tajtami'u, ijtami'u, ijtami'. The last letter will be silent. Okay. Ijtahada, yajtahidu, tajtahidu, ijtahidu, ijtahid. Imperative verb conjugation is masculine singular is ifta'il, the dual is ifta'ila, and the plural is ifta'ilu. Whereas for the feminine, the singular is ifta'ili, dual is ifta'ila, and plural is ifta'ilna. Negative verb or the negating verb or the fail nahi. Method to make the negative verb. Add la before the present tense of second person masculine. Make the last letter silent. So if the madi is ifta'ala, the mudari is yafta'ilu, and mudari mukhatib or the second person present tense will be tafta'ilu. Adding la before it, it becomes la tafta'ilu. Making the last letter silent, it becomes la tafta'il. In the same way, if we have the other verbs, iktasaba, yaktasibu, taktasibu, la taktasibu, la taktasib. Istabaqa, yastabiqu, tastabiqu, la tastabiqu, la tastabiq. Ikhtalafa, yakhtalifu, takhtalifu, la takhtalifu, la takhtalif. The negative verb conjugation will be masculine singular la tafta'il, dual la tafta'ila, plural la tafta'ilu. The feminine singular will be la tafta'ili, dual is la tafta'ila, and plural is la tafta'ilna. Ism fa'il. Method to make ism fa'il is remove the sign of present tense from the present tense and add meme. The ayn kalima has to have kasra. So if the fa'il madi is ifta'ala, the present tense is yafta'ilu. So changing the ya to meme, it becomes mufta'ilu or mufta'ilun. Ijtama'a, yajtami'u, mujtami'u or mujtami'un. Intaqama, yantaqimu, muntaqimun or muntaqimu. Ihtasaba, yahtasibu, muhtasibu or muhtasibun. Ism fa'il conjugation. The masculine singular is mufta'ilun, dual is mufta'ilani, and plural is mufta'iluna. The feminine singular is mufta'ilatun, dual is mufta'ilatani, and the plural is mufta'ilatun. Ism maf'ul. Method to make ism maf'ul. Remove the sign of present tense from the present tense and add meme. The ayn kalima has to have fatha. Ifta'ala is in Madi, Yafta'ilu is its present tense form. Removing the ya and adding meme, it becomes Mufta'ilu. We have to change the ayn kalima to fatha, so it becomes Mufta'alu or Mufta'alun. In the same way for ihtasaba, yahtasibu, muhtasibu, changing it to fatha, it becomes muhtasabu or muhtasabun. Istama'a, yastami'u, mustami'u, mustama'u, mustama'un. Iqtaraba, yaqtaribu, muqtaribun, muqtarabun or muqtarabu. Ism maf'ul conjugation will be masculine, singular, mufta'alun, dual, mufta'alani, and plural, mufta'aluna. The feminine singular is mufta'alatun, dual is mufta'alatani, and plural is mufta'alatun. The group Ifti'aalun, sarf saghir. Madi ma'ruf is Ifta'ala. Mudari ma'ruf or the present tense is Yafta'ilu. Masdar or the origin is Ifti'aalun. Amr or the command is Ifta'il. Nahi or the negating verb is La Tafta'il. Ism fa'il active participle is Mufta'ilun. Ism maf'ul the object is Mufta'alun. Madi majhul the past passive is Ufta'ila, Uftu'ila, and the mudari majhul or the present passive will be Yufta'alu. The same way for iqtaraba, yaqtaribu, iqtirabun, iqtarib, la taqtarib, muqtaribun, muqtarabun, uqturib, uqturiba, and yuqtarabu. The specialities of group Ifti'aalun. Number 1 is intensity. This group has the meaning of intensity and hyperbolization. For example, jahada, he tried. Ijtahada, he tried very hard. Kasaba, he earned. Whereas iktasaba, he earned a lot. Formality. This group has the meaning of formality in it. For example, kasaba, he wrote. Iktasaba, he wrote himself. Khalaqa, he created. Ikhtalaqa, he created himself. It can be also called as a reflexive form. Intransitive, often this group gives the meaning of intransitive verbs. For example, jama'a, he collected, whereas ijtama'a, he got collected. Hada, he guided. Ihtada, he was guided. Transitive, sometimes this group gives the meaning of transitive verbs. Intaqama, he took revenge. Istaraqa, he stole. Number 5 is partnership or cooperation. This group has the meaning of partnership or cooperation. For example, sabaqa, he exceeded. Istabaqa, he exceeded from another. Number 6 is changes in few letters. When any verb enters the group Ifta'ala, it undergoes some changes in its letters. If the fa kalima has dal, then this dal and the group marker ta are changed into dal. For example, dhakara, idhtakara, iddakara, iddakara. Thulathi mujarrad group Ifta'ala, changing of ta into da, that is merging of idgham of dal into dal. Iddakara ba'da ummatin. Number B, if fa kalima has za, then group marker ta will be changed with dal. For example, changing of ta into dal. Izdajara, the group Ifta'ala, istajara. So the sulasi mujarrad is zajara. فكذبوا عبدنا وقالوا مجنون وازدجر. Number C, if fa kalima has swad, dod or ta, then the group marker ta will be changed with ta. For example, ta into ta is tabara. Group is Ifti'ala. Ifti'ala is istabara. ثلاثي مجرد صبر. So changing of ضرب اضطرب اضطرب. طلع اطلع اطلع اطلع. Number D. If fa kalima has dha, then the group marker ta will be changed with dha. For example, ظلم إذ ظلم إذ ظلم إذ ظلم. If fa kalima, number E, if fa kalima has waw, then the group marker ta will be changed with waw. For example, waqa, yutaqa, ittaqa, ittaqa. Fa kalima is zal. The changing letters will be zal and ta. The new letter is dal. If the fa kalima is za, the changing letter is ta and the new letter is dal. If the fa kalima is swad, dod and ta, the changing letter is ta, the new letter is ta. Kalima, if the fa kalima is dha, the changing letter is ta and the new letter is dha. If the fa kalima is waw, changing letter is waw and the new letter is ta. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.